Webb, Martin O'Malley, and Link Chafee in talking about the issues, and it's a long way to go, as we know. The Ed Muskies of the world and the Gary Harts and different things do happen to the front runners. So we'll just wait and see.
All right, let's assess your Democratic opponents. What do you think of Bernie Sanders?
I like them all. I honestly do, Larry. It's so brave to get into this meat grinder of a presidential campaign and get in and talk about the issues. I do believe, and I'm hearing it from people in New Hampshire and Iowa, we want choices. They say thank you for running over and over again. They haven't made up their minds and they want to listen, but the number one thing they say is thank you for running. So I applaud them all.
Why has Sanders touched a nerve?
I think because he's authentic. He has lived it his whole career. And he became mayor of Burlington. He did a good job as mayor, and then into Congress, and then United States Senate. And he's just always stood up for what he's talking about now. And it's in every fiber of his being. I think the public relates with that. This isn't something that he's just polled and is running on because it happens to do well in the polls. It's everything he stood for, and I applaud that.
What about Martin O'Malley?
He has the executive experience. That's what he continually says. I have been mayor of Baltimore and I've been governor of Maryland. I have that chief executive experience. On the other hand, he doesn't have the national and international experience, but he's very energetic and very personable.
Jim Webb.
I just met Jim Webb last week in Iowa, and I was very impressed. Chatted for a while, served his country in Vietnam and some of the just searing times in Vietnam as a Marine, and that certainly has shaped his life. In his speech, he alluded to where the United States fits militarily and the job of president as commander-in-chief.
Very much his own man.
Yes, yes, and I think shaped a lot by the South, and wants to make sure the Democratic Party retains some empathy for Southern issues.
And finally, Hillary Clinton. What's your assessment of the former Secretary of State?
She's got all the money. She has all the endorsements, and certainly has a record as the First Lady in Arkansas to Governor Bill Clinton, and then First Lady to President Bill Clinton, Secretary of State, Senator from New York. Her issue, of course, is voting for the war, and then that tenure during Secretary of State of being hawkish. And that's an issue that I think we should be debating as we go forward, that muscular unilateral approach to the world. And that's a good thing we should be debating. Let her defend her positions on Libya and Iraq and Egypt and some of these very, very important issues we should be talking about.
She's dropped in the polls in Iowa and Colorado and Virginia. What do you make of that?
These are all what they call the purple states, the swing states. So every Democrat wants to win in 2016. I mean, that's number one for all of us. So I think